Hello everyone and welcome to today's second video. Big video this one. We're doing the second autumn 2024 season roundup. Getting something like 14 long range products together from the world's leading forecast centre to see what they're all showing for the autumn for only your second time this season. And I should get on with that for you in a moment. Just say that first. The video already said it was our 6am UK weather forecast. We've got weekend forecast and a 10 to 14 day on the way today as well. Please like, share, subscribe on all of today's videos and content, and thank you so much for doing that, everyone. Thank you so much to Richard for our amazing autumn updates gift. I love it, Rich. Thank you so much, my friend. Absolutely amazing. So vibrant with those colours. Thank you so much. Right, okay, let's start off then with the Canps model from Tropical Tidbits as always. This is the mean sea level pressure anomaly from Canps for autumn 2024. And, well, a very weak signal, really. So, the colours are neither sort of blue or red, are they? So, neither sort of favouring, excuse me, high pressure or low pressure. Oh, I'll just put a question mark, I think, because it's not particularly clear what pressure is dominant there, actually. But the Canps anomaly is a bit above average this autumn. It's going for a mild autumn by about 1.5 degrees above average. So quite a warmish autumn being predicted there. Canps, and also dry as well. So, despite not being a clear anticyclonic signal, obviously there must be plenty of high pressure through the North Atlantic and into northern parts of Europe as well. So, below average rainfall precipitation being predicted for the autumn. Right, let's go through the NME suite of models, starting off with NASA. This would be temperature anomaly from NASA for autumn 2024, coming out a little bit above average in the orange colours. That's about 0.5 degree to 1 degree above normal. Precipitation anomalies from NASA. Oh, again, kind of average. Looks a little bit wet maybe in the Atlantic, slightly above average there, but, you know, not a really big deviation. We've got the GM, the Canadian model, Gem Nemo. Now, this one's looking a little bit different. We don't see this very often with seas models, but going for a colder than average autumn, with below average temperatures being predicted there from the GM for much of northern and also Western Europe. That's a bit of a shocker. As I say, with these seasonal models, you very rarely see them predicting cooler or below average temperatures. So a slight, you know, so hang on, everybody, hold your horses. I haven't got the gem precipitation anomaly up. So I tell you what, I'm going to pause the video and I'll get that up for you. Hang on. There we go, that's got that. Yeah, as I say, it's quite unusual for these long-range seasonal models, global climate models, basically, to show below average temperatures. That's a little bit different what that was going for there. And as far as precipitation goes, and this is the chart that I was looking for, kind of average type signal again. It does look a little bit drier though up towards Iceland, so that may explain why the temperature anomaly is coming out below average. You know, with the forecast, it's probably picking up on some blocking around Iceland and towards Greenland. That, of course, forces the wind in from the north. Right, NCAR with the temperature anomaly is looking like that. So just a little bit above average, not a big deviation either way. Very close to normal on the temperature scale. It's kind of average, ever slightly above, no more than 0.5 degree. And precipitation, a little bit on the drier than average side as well. So, you know, quite weak signals there. And then we've got the IRI, probability forecast for temperature and precipitation. Remember, IRI, I really have to go and write this down, haven't I? is the International Research Institute for Climate and Society, part of Columbia Climate School and Columbia University. Right, well, try and say that when you've been on the magic water. Anyway, this is how the temperature probability is coming out. So for Scotland, probabilities favouring below normal temperatures by about, on the scale, by about 40%. For England, Wales and Ireland, the probabilities favour above average temperatures though. A rather cool autumn predicted, I think, overall, particularly so for more northern regions, but probably this is favouring a rather coolish autumn. And neither favouring a wet or a dry autumn, really, with the probabilities. So we've got a little area yellow there, favouring drier autumn, wetter autumn favoured around there. But I think most parts of, not just the UK actually, but most parts of Europe, not seeing a particularly strong signal for precipitation either way. We haven't got Patal-Peng's analogues. Again, I think Patal-Peng, as I've explained, has stopped doing his analogues forecasts, unfortunately. So I don't think we'll be able to bring those to you again. What a shame that is, isn't it? But the last model we'll look at for North America is CFS V2, 700 millibar height anomaly, showing above average heights to the west, south and southwest of the country, and bringing the wind from off the Atlantic, therefore, in a westerly direction, going for slightly above average temperatures in those orange colours, not as warm as CFS sometimes looks, about half a degree to 1 degree above normal. And as far as rainfall goes, we see, well, again, very weak signal to be honest, but might be a little bit wetter across the far north of Europe and looking drier down across southern Europe. Again, we're kind of in a no man's land in between the two, but it could be a little bit westerly, I suppose, which will bring some weather systems in off the Atlantic at times. Right, well, that's the North American models. Let's come to Europe, starting off with the ECMWF. Again, this is mean sea level pressure anomaly from the ECM from the autumn of 2024. Looking quite similar to the CFS, actually, in some ways, with higher pressure covering much of Europe. It's probably going to be lower pressure, though, up here, and winds will therefore be coming in from a westerly direction. So that will be like the pattern we've had through the summer, really. The temperature anomaly is a bit above average by about half a degree to 1 degree above normal. So kind of mild autumn predicted there, but not excessively hot. And it looks wetter to our north and west, drier to our south and southwest, with somewhere in between, as I've explained, bringing in the wind from off the Atlantic with those westerlies. Let's go through the Copernicus suite of models, starting off with Meteo France. So this is the mean cell pressure anomaly for Meteo France for the autumn of 2024, with high pressure over and to the west. So Atlantic quite blocked off there. You will therefore expect a rather westerly but rather dry autumn. The temperature anomaly is only about average, really, in those yellow colours. So average of very, very slightly above, no more than half a degree above normal. And not much of a signal for precipitation, but as I say, with high pressure light centred over to the west, UK and Ireland, the Atlantic is blocked off, so you would expect probably quite a dryish autumn, if anything, but the model actually has no signal. GWV, the German model, actually looks very similar to Meteo France, although high pressure is further away from us, so more of a mid-Atlantic ridge type pattern, low pressure up here, and that might allow for a bit more Atlantic influence, a bit more influence from the jet stream, so something a bit more showery and whatnot could be coming through there with the GWV. It's warmer with the temperature anomaly than Meteo France as well, despite the high pressure actually being further away from us in the middle of the Atlantic. Models going for temperature anomaly to be about half a degree to 1 degree above normal. And precipitation wise, wetter to our north and drier down to our south again. CMCC, the Mediterranean model, looks like that. Again, it's a trend within the Copernicus suite of models for high pressure to be in the centre of the North Atlantic, with lower pressure up here. That looks a little bit more northwest-southeast with wind flow and jet stream alignment as well. Looks like it could be on a northwest-southeast alignment there with the jet. The temperature anomaly, again, just a little bit above average, not a particularly big deviation. Maybe a little bit more unstable. There is more influence from the jet stream. So, particularly to our north, it actually looks wetter than normal, drier than normal conditions predicted for more southern parts of Europe. ECCC looks like that. Once again, we've got higher pressure sitting just to the west and southwest country. Lower pressure is up to the north. This is very much the pattern we got through the summer, I have to say. So it looks like the Copernicus models want to keep the pattern going, wants to keep the pattern of the summer going into the autumn as well. Bit of a temperature anomaly from ECCC, and a little bit above half a degree or so in those pale yellow colours. It's not a big deviation, close to average temperatures really, and precipitation wise wetter than average again to the north, and drier than average just to the south and to the southwest. Then we go to the Asia model, so we've got the JMA next, which we can see at Copernicus. You actually see more from the JMA at Copernicus than you can from the JMA themselves at their own website, which I've always found a little bit strange. But anyway, this is how the mean sea level pressure looks for the Japanese big tropical AC for autumn 2024. Again, same idea as most of the other models. High pressure centre somewhere over and to the west of the country will bring the wind in from a west or a northwesterly type direction. The model is going for near normal temperatures in those pale yellow colours, so just close to average, slightly above maybe, and not much of a signal from the JMA for precipitation either. And then keeping the Asian theme going, we move on to the Beijing Climate Centre. That's back this month. The Chinese 500 millibar height anomaly showing above average heights through the western Europe, so quite an anticyclonic autumn being predicted there. As far as precipitation is concerned, a little bit of temperature, I should say, a little bit above average, not a big deviation. Again, we're in most sort of pale yellow colours, which is about half a degree or so above normal. And then lastly, for precipitation from the Beijing Climate Centre, again, close to average, perhaps a bit on the dry side, more particularly so to the south. And then the final model, of course, it's our very own UK Met, and this mean sea level pressure anomaly, as with so many of them that we've been looking at today, with above average heights through the North Atlantic and into Western Europe, high pressure in the Atlantic, then low pressure towards Scandinavia. That could be a cold pattern for Scandinavia, by the way. Cold air could dig into the far north of Europe with that trough of low pressure. It looks like the jet stream, again, will be on a northwest-southeast alignment. The model is going for slightly above average temperatures in those orange colours, which on the scale is about half a degree to 1 degree above normal. And precipitation looks a bit wetter than normal, not just for us, but for much of northern Europe. That's probably because we're bringing in the jet stream on a northwest-southeast alignment. And we're done. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Drop a comment. Let's know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Tell them about the work we're doing here. Short range, medium wave, long range. We do forecasts in the morning, 6 a.m. for just next 2 or 3 days, and then we do ultra long range going like 3 months ahead with our long range models and forecasts and videos and whatnot. So tell your friends about work that we do at GavsWeatherVids if they would be interested. And thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much to Richard for our autumn updates gift. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much, my friend. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. And we'll end it there. So we've got another autumn update coming up tomorrow. That could be our solar special. And the GavsWeatherVids autumn forecast actually going to be released, I think, on Sunday, the 25th of August. And the day before that, which will be the 24th of August, of course, is when we will do the third and final seasonal model roundup for autumn 2024. So we are moving towards the business end of the autumn update. So it'll be very interesting to see whether this idea of higher pressure in the Atlantic and like, a westerly, northwesterly type autumn, which might be a little bit cooler than some of the autumns we've had recently, and might be a little bit on the mixed side as well. We'll be interested to see whether that pattern is maintained in the final update, and we'll know when we do that, of course. And that will be coming up, as I say, on the 24th of August. Right, we're going to be back a little bit later on with weekend forecast and also your 10 to 14 day. So keep checking back to the channel for more for the second autumn 2024 season roundup. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.